back on. Alright. This is going to break down, in layers, like I always say, because it's my therapy. Breaks down to something else, and helps me out, learn something else about myself, since I can't afford a psychiatrist. But besides the obvious, because the obvious, anybody can sound like a genius stating the obvious over and over. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, bro? Home to the mark. Loaded up.
Yeah.
You went in there?
Yeah, alright, so as I was saying, folks, my day one, you at work, rounding this shit up in the fucking cold. Like I was saying, always know the people you have, like genetically, basically, but mentally and everything, the breakdown of it, because your kids, and you wonder why you having problems with your kids later, and you only looking for the stuff that's in you, that's embedded in you, that you teaching, the shit you trying to break. You think you can see it ahead of time, age-wise, early, boom, boom, boom. Everything look good, you're just happy, baby, everything going the right way. But now it's when they 11, 12, it's puberty, it's this or that, they, you feeling they stuff, blah, blah, blah. Then you start seeing 13, 14, start coming in. And all you start getting mad at, or maybe bumping heads, because all you can see is the stuff that you know you instilled in them, or that come from you, or when you was that age. But even if you on point with that, 99%, 160, 10, you'll never see it through the eyes of them at that age and where they're growing up from and what you put them through and what they've been exposed to, whatever, but their generation, you'll never see it through their eyes, how you see it, how you, you know what I'm saying? You could try, but you know what I'm saying? All we trying to do is, your kids gonna be as reasonable as you raise them. So you try to raise them with better reason. So when it just gets better every time they raise their kids. So it's part of your training and raising, since you ain't had that, or the resources to give them better sometimes, or as much as you would like. You hope part of your learning and training, what you instilling in them, when they hit a certain age, bam, they actually want to do better than that. Or when they had their kids, they want to do a little better. That's how you break the generational curses and all that. Bam, 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 slowly. But you can break them harder. Some motherfuckers break through. Some people have a lot of kids, and one of them break through and helps all. But back to my original point. Yeah, then they get 15, 16. You like, they going through a phase. Is that, or it's so many angles how they look at it, and it's that scenario in their mind. It's literally like a million ways they could look at it. So you're just looking at it the way you think they should look at it, or it's logical. But in some of them million ways, it's actually logical too, through their mind and that age. And you gotta try to. Now you're older, so you've seen so much. Now you think like, damn, that's stupid. This shit. You wasn't thinking that when you was young. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta always put that in the factor before you react to them. And going back to original fact, that's now. Yeah, you seeing that and trying to work on that, and now the other stuff, man, that's just that crazy bitch or that crazy ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? That's in them. Now you just seeing the crazy part, but it also works good too, because when they growing up, they athlete, man, that motherfucking athlete, or she could do that, ring, or they, you know what I mean? We always looking for genetically, for hair. I want their eyes to be, I want them to be cute. I want them to have good hair, that so-called good hair, right? But we all want to just put our good traits on them, but all that shit is in a pot and it's in them. Even the stuff you don't see. We trying to build a person cute, look a certain way, tall, athletic, but them genetics be in them. Now you get to know this person and see all her or his ways, you like, damn, that shit in your kid. When they 15, 16 now, and they handling their problem, they first adversity, and you thinking you gonna come out. It might. Some situation, it will. It's always gonna be the mixture. You know what I mean? You're gonna come out, boom, boom. And if you don't know, you're gonna be flabbergasted. Like, I don't know what up with this kid. I did this, that. Yeah, but they need that mending from that other side. So if y'all both ain't on the same page and they ain't seeing that shit from their angle that they could, you know what I mean? And you seeing it from yours, bang, 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 that's how it equal out. But there's also the good stuff. They be smart as hell, they this and that, or whatever, and you thinking, oh, dang, I wasn't like that in school. I wasn't like, boom, boom, boom. You taking the credit for that, or you thinking it's your parenting, but some of that just genetic, they got it in them. So you gotta take the good with the bad. But you gotta know the people you having these babies with because of that. So the problem solving will be easy. The breaking the curses will be easy. We getting mad, we getting fed up with him. I got a 15-year-old, so I'm going through it with him right now. He be looking at me like, fuck, you crazy, like. And I be talking to him like a grown ass man. I be forgetting, like, that I had to go back. Then he be like, damn, you back happy, Dad? Seemed like you was like done with me, like forever in life. Like son, it was never that. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing growing up, my dad used to always threaten me with being homeless. So that's why I'll never be home. I never put that on my people, my kids. And like, you know what I mean? If I could do something about it, but I'm gonna warn them. Take the easy route, man. Don't take this route. That's all. But you gotta know them people you shacking up with, like, cause your kids gotta be brung up around the other half too. Like, I know some toxic people think they can't, or the deadbeat motherfucker ain't doing nothing, or her ain't doing nothing, I'm gonna keep them away from them motherfuckers. You can't do that. Sooner or later, that's genetically in them anyway, but that's the people that's gonna be around them. Like, y'all want them certain color eyes and hair and all that, and complexion, y'all are so embarrassed and ashamed of what you have or your own. You cover it up and make it up and do all kind of filter it out. You so ashamed of what you have, and you want this other shit, but genetically in your kids. And the crazy thing, like, your genetics, usually the shit you be trying to hide and scare and change with them, that shit shine through because it's so heavy, like, it's so dominant. So it backfire anyway. But you got to, you know what I mean, that you might have that slave master, or that coon, or that mental health, that mental with, like, crazy for real, like, need help, might be a little, can't learn a certain way, anything, like, you don't know what ADHD, all that stuff they call it now, or whatever they call it. It might be all kinds of stuff genetically you're putting in your kids. But that's most of the obvious stuff too. But so I ain't gonna get too deep into that. But that's who you know, when you hand them off, when they time to see them and go to they see their other part of the family, this is the shit that's getting instilled in them. So if it's racism and all that crazy shit, the hate gonna be in them, one way or the other. No matter how they spewing it, it might be towards them or tell them to do it towards others. Like, and like I said, it's a million ways they could look at that and take that. So you'll never know why a person reacting the same way. Just like people didn't know why, or still don't know why you're reacting and stuff like that. So know who you sleeping with. Like, strap up though, but know them. Like, especially if you had, like, because you might have a kid by, like, you know, all this shit wasn't planned. So that's, know they background, their mental history a little bit. But program to get money, stay up. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, chant.